Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. I'll give y'all a little bit of time to tune in case these notifications ain't go out. First things first, TGIF. Happy Friday, happy Friday. I know everybody definitely prepared and happy for the weekend that's ahead of them. Hopefully, y'all enjoy yourselves, whether you at events with family or whatever. Um, hopefully, y'all having a smooth morning so far. For those on the west, top of the morning. Still top of the morning to most of us in the west. No, yeah, it is. My bad, y'all. I remembered y'all 3 hours behind. Top of the morning again. Top of the morning to everybody in Central and on the East. Top of the afternoon to those above and beyond. Following your boy. You already know what it is. Hopefully everybody having a smooth one. Miss T, what's going on, baby? Letitia, what's going on, baby? Appreciate everybody that tuned in last night for the conversation. Definitely was a good one. And if you missed it, you can catch the replay. Definitely was an important talk to all levels. Um, and again, those type of talks that are needed are going to continue to come, whether the people love it or not. Um, I'm gonna speak about a couple things this morning, but I think I'm gonna save a little bit for probably this evening or give or take tomorrow. Serious, what's going on, baby? Now, see, this is my thing. Um, I want to speak to some of the fellas out there. Um, Not trying to sound funny or even sound crazy. Shiki, what's going on, baby? But the one thing I'm gonna say to some of y'all is that you're not always gonna get your way. And the reason I say this is because there's some things we already have instilled in us to do. Now, it's one thing if you protecting your lady, but it's another thing if you expect your lady to jump in and even do anything. I feel like to some degree there's certain things that are going on that are quite mind-boggling. Um, you got fellas jumping into women's fights and vice versa. But then some people will get mad when the person don't try to jump in or defend. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's no way any man should think that his woman should be trying to physically help him fight anybody. Period. Wouldn't care if it was one or two people. Mostly, we tend to fight, but the majority of times we don't even really have to fight. Even after like a disagreement, majority of the time we don't always get physical. But this is what I'm talking about with short-tempered people. Now I'm short-tempered, but even still, I know my place. I know when to do things, when not to do things. I know when to let it off and when to chill out. There are some people who don't ever learn that, but they should learn it at some point in life. Um, Again, no real man is gonna want their woman or their wife or anybody jumping in into a battle, and you shouldn't expect them either. Just like they not expecting the man to come and slap fire or even do something along those lines. Again, the roles. And oh yeah, my fault. My mouth. My damn mouth. My bad, y'all. I know me on a Friday morning. But again, it, these roles that I'm talking about is it's showing us a real detailed picture of things. Again, I can never really recall back in the days a man jumping into a woman's fight, even on a physical tip, and vice versa, because we knew our places. Now it's a difference if a woman accosts the man, then now the woman is going to jump in, or vice versa. No, it's a man accosting your significant. Oh, nah, we ain't doing that. But this is becoming a problem right now with some men. Some, not all. Some of y'all really be thinking that your significant other is always just supposed to do as you say. That's not always going to happen. Sorry to tell you that. Yeah, some of y'all expect a little too much. And I'm going to say it again, too. It's going for some of the women, too. Y'all expect a little too much. Oh, yeah, be safe on that road, baby. I'm trying to catch up with the chat. Um, Sometimes y'all got to learn when to define things. For real. You got to learn when to define things. Oh, hold on 1 second. I got to interrupt this real quick. I got to interrupt you to bring this real quick. Sorry, I had to give you that. Appreciate y'all for that cash app. Lucy, what's going on, baby? Real game of death. What's going on, my guy? Hope all is good, man. But listen, I'm going to keep it as clear as possible. Again, some of you people should not be expecting people to jump in your battles. And in that same token, it makes you, I don't know, it essentially shows, again, y'all don't know your roles in life. Uncle L, what's going on? Again, no real man is going to allow a woman to jump into a battle, and no woman is going to allow a man to jump into their battles. Now, we could battle with each other as far as battle together. Yeah, that's when we're going to battle with each other. We're going to battle together. That's in the event if it's a situation or a mixed situation. But if it ain't either or, let everybody play their positions. I'm not expecting no woman to go punch somebody in the face for me, and I'm not punching no woman in the face for her. I'm going on that tactic. See, I'm gonna be honest. Some of you are expecting way too much on all angles, and this is why we having confusion amongst the flock. This is why things have changed up as far as the dating scenes and everything else, because it's too much. Some of you women will want a man to love you unconditionally, but you will only love them on condition. And that's the sad thing about it. It has come to that part, at least in this generation. You want a man to love you unconditionally and accept everything, but you're not willing to accept things. You're willing to accept things as long as there's This being paid, this being paid, this being done, this being done. Um, my fault, y'all. Riders, what's going on, my guy? Um, my bad, y'all. It's not that I'm all over. Well, I'm kind of am because I'm also going to say some shit in a minute. Sorry. It's one thing I'm just not going to do, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till a little bit. First of all, everybody's supposed to be able to come to the table, sit down, and not sacrifice, but compromise. I could be with somebody that don't smoke or drink, and I could be the one that's either smoking, drinking, or doing both. But if we both got enough in common, or if we both got enough things to really bring to the table, that right there is like a minor anything. All right, my lady don't smoke or drink. Long as I'm not doing something around them, that's a compromise right there. All right, well, you don't want to see me smoking. All right, I'll walk off and go do this. Or I'll go do whatever. I'll be back. Now, see, drinking, I can understand why, because we've seen certain situations. But again, in the long run, essentially, you got to accept people for their flaws and everything. Again, compromise and not sacrifice. All right, I can compromise this if you could compromise with this. All right, if you know I smoke and drink, don't try to change me. I can make a sacrifice as far as if I decide I'm going to do anything on my own, then I'm going to do it on my own. But don't expect people to just change up and don't expect to change people up. Y'all can make changes together, but you're not going to be able to change somebody. You're just not. Gary, what's going on, my guy? See, some people have gotten this thing misconstrued when it comes to all in all, not just relationship, but marriage, everything else. Money, what's going on? The problem in society again is too much going on. Too much. Even down to a point where it's hard to trust. It's hard to really try to get back into that scene of anything. I just had a friend that just got back into the dating scene and already feels out of touch. I had to give them some advice. And I'm not always giving relationship advice, but I gave it this time just because. You know, listen, the one thing to remember is always just remain yourself. People are going to have to accept you one way or another. If you are who you are, then hey, the people will embrace it or the people might not. Yeah, it wouldn't be New York City without one of those. You know that already. You got to understand that even in the dating world, you can't sacrifice everything. You could compromise for shit, but you're not always going to be able to sacrifice. Especially if it's something that you're accustomed to, it's something that's a part of your routine, your living, and if it's not harming nobody, who's to say anything? That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta understand that. You can have a woman right now that probably don't like really doing too much. She's probably a homebody. Okay, well, I can compromise with that. But then in the same token, she's gonna have to compromise too, because in the same token, if I decide I want to take you out or if I want to do something, I'm not gonna want to just stay in the house. Tanya, what's going on, baby? You already know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. But this is all in all truth. You both got to be able to come together and bring the best out of each other. Like I said, they ain't supposed to sacrifice, but y'all are supposed to compromise and make changes together. See, I would say this in this many words. There's some of you women that expect the men to accept you. If you already got kids from a previous relationship, marriage, you expect them to take you, your kids, and everything else that's unruly to a degree. And I'm speaking to those who need to hear it, because some of y'all really got kids that are that damn unruly. And those same kids is probably the reason why you are not having the type of relationship or anything that you should be having or you destined to have. It makes it difficult, again, because you want somebody to accept you unconditionally and love you unconditionally, but you only want to love on conditions. Now, again, if a man is coming to you, even if it ain't for a long time, if he's trying to come into your life and do something, let him do something. Some of y'all cry about, oh, I need a man to do this. I need a, and then when a man does come, y'all don't know how to receive them. And in the same token, you try to scold them. Think about it. If I'm supposed to be coming into your life, you want me to accept you or your kids, right? If your kid get out of pocket, who's supposed to discipline him if you're not going to discipline him? I thought that's what we was here for, not just to be teachers and whatever, but we were supposed to be disciplinaries as well. So again, if a man is going to come into your life and accept everything for what it is and try to give you unconditional love, why reject it? I hear you, serious, baby. Make sure you still stay safe on that road, baby. Oh, I need you to go hit a deer for me too. I need some deer heads on my wall. I'm tired of putting troll heads on my wall. I'm gonna get to that part later, because apparently we got problems, and I'm not gonna be dealing with that. And at some point, you ain't gonna be dealing with me. But I'll wait on that. Um, and then it's another thing too. You can't love just on condition, because now what if you come across a man that's not just everything you want, but everything you need? Are you still going to reject it? What if that man is supposed to be the disciplinary, the head of the household? Let's say if you the one moving in with him, how do you expect him to love you and yours if they ain't showing no respect to him at all? You know, this is what I'm saying. There's some of you who will cry over about being unhappy, but in the same token, you ain't trying to do what's necessary to stop that unhappiness. There's no way you're gonna tell me your kids are gonna dictate your relationship. Sorry to say it. You the one that's looking for love, you the one that's looking for this, then guess what? When it comes to you, you better be prepared to accept it and not lose it. And then some of y'all kicking yourselves now because you're like, damn, I just had something good and I messed it up. Learn that lesson after it's all said and done, and learn not to make that mistakes again. CC, what's going on, baby? You've been missing out the damn block, baby. Matter of fact, since you in here, I got to give you one of these, baby. I didn't want to do it to you, but I got to do it to you this morning, baby. No doubt, Tanya. Appreciate you, baby. CC, don't come in here with that stuff, baby. But I would say the same thing for a man, too, though. Some of y'all cry and look for love, but then again, love ain't really that hard to find. Good people ain't hard to find. You just got to open that third eye for real. Gabe, what's going on, my guy? Yeah, I'm gonna speak it on both angles because again, it goes down the middle. It really does. The same way some of you women are looking for the right men, you got men who are looking for the right women. But I'm not gonna lie to you, there's some men that they ain't gonna open up and do as much, especially if they done already either A been hurt, and if they ain't been hurt, they observing everything that they are seeing other people going through. I think the problem with some situations, I'm not gonna lie, I'm going back to what I said the other day about obsession. It be too much obsession over the wrong things. Too much. You obsessing over the stresses of the world and everything else, not trying to just, figure out what's the next possible steps for you. Sorry to tell you this. Again, y'all gonna have to sit at a table and compromise. Some of you men think you can change these women and they behaviors and so on and so forth, almost to a point where you think you could train them like a dog. And it's vice versa. Some of you women think you training men like a dog, but we are not pets. We are human beings at the end of the day. Same way I could come to you with my feelings and my thoughts and everything else, you should be able to do the same thing with me. That's just the way it should be looked at. But we know this ain't looked at like that. Jersey Rich, what's going on, my guy? And again, happy Friday to everybody that pulled in. Um, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna be honest with you. The same way a woman is not going to tolerate being talked to or talked down to by a man, most men are not going to do that neither. Most men are not going to sit there and allow any type of disrespect. And even if shoot, the most person that can get away with that is the mom dukes. Shit. And we still know not to even go as far. And this is a common problem. You'll talk down to us like we scum of the earth. Like we well beneath you, but in the same token, you got the roles mixed up. Lisa J, what's going on, baby? Hold on. I got you. Hold on. I got you, Letitia. Hold on. See, I believed in this. Yeah, the man is the head, the woman is the neck, and we both are supposed to be, you know, we all supposed to be moving as a unit, moving together. But if you're trying to go left and I'm going right, we gonna end up hurting ourselves. And for what? Hurting ourselves in the worst way. Because we both refuse to come together and think logically. You gotta understand sometimes things get emotional, it gets a little, it gets a little unbalanced sometimes, but in the same token, y'all gonna have to have a balance. Because again, no man is gonna be talked to all crazy, just like no woman is gonna be talked to or even disrespected or even, abused. Like, I'm coming to this real quick. Some of y'all are gonna have to stop again. If shit is getting that heated, don't even get into the confrontation. Just walk away on both ends. But see, there are some men who will walk away, especially if they're upset, whether it's with their significant other or not. But the problem is sometimes you don't let people walk away. Rooted, what's going on, my guy? Like there's some of you women that refuse to hold off or hold back or just chill out. Let the man go chill out. Let him go get his thoughts correct. I literally watched a young couple the other day, and it was sad because I felt where the young man was coming from. He got mad at her about something she said and did, and he tried to walk away, and she still kept trying to pursue the situation, or she still kept trying to entice the situation. And in the same token, This brother looked like he was about to go postal. But see, it's still that little nice little extra strength that we got to not do nothing. At least most of the logical ones. We ain't going to that route. We definitely not doing that. And see, this is another thing I'm gonna say when it comes to certain situations. Y'all gotta stop fighting each other on the physical level. Men, some of y'all, I can't even call you men if you beating up on a girl. And I can't call you women if you trying to abuse or beat up on your men. Because there's some men that don't fight women at all and be getting black eyes and everything else. I watched the dude the other day get knocked out by his whole wife. Why? Because he was drunk and he was just chilling. She got mad, got angry about something, and just cold clocked him. Now, as much as he wanted to get the hell up and beat her ass, he still did. See, that's enough strength and character to let you know, like, look, it's not going to be that much. But then again, they done been together for, this is probably their way of doing whatever, because everybody seem to be different. I'm not going to waste my time trying to help somebody if I know you still going to go back to the same situations. And I would also say to some of you young men, think before you do. Because there's no way some of y'all are losing your lives trying to do what you think is right. There's nothing cool about any type of violence on any level. I'm sorry, it's not. Our hands, if we all gonna put hands on each other, it should be either making love or doing something else along those lines where we have to work together. Not gonna be sitting here putting my hands on you. You shouldn't put your hands on me. I don't watch the whole couple scrapping down the block. For every time she slapped him, he slapped her. And it was like, what the hell is going on here? What the hell in society is going on? What are some of y'all being taught, not just at home, but what have some of y'all been taught in life? You need to unlearn that. Sorry, but you need to. We getting too many brothers either locked up or shot up or killed over madness and over the wrong type of madness. So you'll have some that say, oh, our melanated brothers need to, we're going to stop all of that because we have people who are going to the grave early because of that. And especially when it's things that's being done wrong by somebody that just don't care. Now, when that brother is gone and this person is still alive, what you think going to happen? Still going to be the same stuff happening. Probably going to be starting up trouble, starting up miseries. Some of y'all got to get out of that damn mindset of, I got to be violent to keep my relationship, or I got to be violent to prove a point to somebody. Again, toxic behaviors will ruin everything. Everything. The minute you feel is getting to that point in juncture, you need to take a step back. And if not, take a step back, just get far away. See, the same thing I would say about you women, I say about the men too. Follow them red flags when you see them. And then from there, you got to just do what you got to do. The goal is to keep the life cycle going. The goal is to find your perfect compatibility and build a family like you're supposed to. And honestly, there's some people that really don't even need to date because they are still not fully developed in the mind to accept certain things for what it is. We building. What's going on, my guy? This is what I'm saying. Get back to that notion again of loving each other and not trying to hurt or kill each other. See, this is the prime example of why we are always going to be divided on all angles. At least that's in my opinion. Because ain't nobody really trying to take the time to understand that. You really need a strong balance and a clear mind. And you got to be able to work with your significant other on all angles. See, some people say, oh, he don't know what he's talking about. I wouldn't know what I'm talking about. Or have I not said what I said recently? Oh, you thought the relationship was that long for just for nothing? Nope. See, I'll be honest with you. It wouldn't matter how long a relationship lasts with anybody. You have experience to know what you're doing and what you're talking about. Again, some of you fellas are going to have to learn how to make your women happy and keep them happy, and vice versa. I'm calling it down the middle. Some women losing their men, or they having issues now because they not doing what's necessary, even when it's being brought to their attention. If I'm literally telling you I'm unhappy about certain things and you not trying to find ways, or we ain't trying to find ways to figure out what's what, then we have a problem. Because again, you could have love and you could be in love with somebody. But if the happiness is gone, then so will the love. See, the one thing I can say in my 16-year relationship, I never had to put my hands on my woman. Never had to do none of that shit. I didn't have to do none of that. I didn't have to get violent with her. I didn't have to get crazy with her, and she never did too much with me. And it's always good to remember this sometimes. Even if things don't work out, hey, if y'all could come to a conclusion even before time. See, this is the one thing. I can say that regardless to what, the first thing, and not even the first and the last thing that was said, was it doesn't matter what happens in the future, whether you with me or not. I want to see you happy and healthy. See, I'm one of those that I live by that. And even after this situation a month ago, I still is saying the same thing. I want to see you happy and healthy. And I said it to anybody. I done said that to previous exes, even when I was younger. Don't matter what happened, want to see you happy, want to see you healthy. And the majority of the times, look here, I think it's only maybe 2 ex-girlfriends in my life that I'm not cool with, I don't speak to, and it's all good. And the only reason why it's that way is because they messed up them damn selves. So what would I waste my time even having a conversation with you about? Riaz, what's going on, my guy? Chef, what's going on? What's going on? See y'all up in here. Again, I ain't catch no DV cases. We might have had our arguments and disagreements, but what couple don't? We done had our situations, and then we done calmed down after them situations. And again, we ain't had to get physical or nothing. We ain't had to get crazy with each other. And ain't know I had to go get this person for you. And no, we wasn't doing all of that. Because we already had an understanding because we was friends before that. See, sometimes you have to be friends with people before you even think of what's what. This is just what it is in life. When you do get to a certain point where you feel you want to start dating, doing whatever, you got to make sure that you are coming across the right people. Get to know them. Some of y'all be so hard up, you'll sit there and go for anything that latches on you. Nah, then you starting the process over again. You're not learning something. In order for you to be in a certain situation, you got to know the person. Keith, what's going on, my guy? Get to know a person real well. See, when you don't take that time, you start messing yourself up. And then you start going down a path that you don't want to go. But you'll also find out in life you're gonna have people that are in your life to be either good friends, confidants, companions, and all. You're gonna have some who might have the potential to have your heart and have everything else. And you're gonna have those that you definitely are not even gonna have any type of contact or any type of ill with, because guess what? You don't need it in your life. The goal is, like I was saying, It's not to be as stressed. It's supposed to stay blessed. You block your blessings a lot of times when you don't listen to reason, and you definitely don't keep that third eye clear. Physical violence, even the verbal violence, that should never be a part of your relationship. I done been around violent situations coming up, but that don't mean I was gonna ever run that route, and I still would never run that route. Because for me to put a hand on a woman, that would have been like me putting my hands on my mom, and I wouldn't have even did that then. I wouldn't have even thought to do it because I already know even if she didn't do something, I was getting jumped one way or another. You forgot I still got uncles and everything else too. There are some people who are in love with toxicities. Again, that's not the way to be going. You shouldn't be expecting a situation as far as I gotta be with this person and I gotta expect this person to abuse me and stuff like that. Alan, what's going on, man? You coming to get them grits, son? Shout out to the bro, man. And appreciate you for dropping those links series, baby. Working hard for the 99 to 8,000, baby. But you got to think about that. What's the ultimate goal in life? What do you want to achieve? Outside of your regular goals of what you want to do in life, what do you see yourself achieving? I feel everybody at some point should just be worried about finding a significant other and living life happily. We know sometimes it's not going to be the case. Some people might not find the significant others until further down the line. Because in the world full of dating, in the world full of options, you got to make sure you're choosing the right options. But again, if those options are toxic, you shouldn't put yourself around it because you know what comes behind it. I can't be with somebody that's used to. See, I had one woman in my life eons ago before I even met that one. Um, that was just used to whatever she was used to. I wasn't for it. You trying to cause arguments, trying to cause scenes in certain areas, and then even to a point of you was either expecting me to put my hands on you, or you thought you was going to do the same thing. Kindly stepped away from that, and I stepped away from it well before anything. But I think she already knew I wasn't for that anyway, because when she met me, she witnessed me knocking somebody the hell out. So even if I thought to get that way, I'm not going to do it because that's just not for me. See, again, that's what she was expecting. She was expecting, and the reason why is because you slapped me. I ain't gonna lie, she slapped me. But then when she realized what she did, and I kindly walked away and said nothing, even to this day, she burnt her own bridge. Try to come at me recently. I learned from my mistakes. I don't believe you because if you really learn from your mistakes, it would show. But from what I seen, you still almost having the same issue. I done seen multiple brothers leave you because they are getting, they got tired of you thinking that this is what it's supposed to be. Violence in a relationship. No, why do you think I got to put my hands on you for me to love you? And vice versa. Why should you put your hands on me to prove that you love me? Let's keep it real, man. It is time to eliminate that to all degrees. Real men have character and build character. And our characteristics, we're not putting our hands on our women. And the ones that did put their hands on the women, they showed how weak they was. They showed the cowardice. And then a lot of times they ended up getting dealt with at some point too. Because at some point you gotta Gotta look at things for what it is. We ain't here to fight each other. We supposed to be here to love each other and just build and keep the family tree going if that's the case. Oh shoot, I forgot. Oh, she's still in here dropping links too. Oh shit. Appreciate all y'all for dropping links. I'm gonna start telling some of y'all with them damn wrenches. Start making yourself useful in here, man. Before I get violent, matter of fact, I'm getting violent. Every time y'all don't use y'all wrenches and do what you need to do when the people ain't here, watch this. I'm tired of this. Now I'm not messing with you. I'm messing with you, Miss T. I don't want to hear that you new here crap neither. I'm messing with y'all. Y'all know how I feel. Shoot. It don't matter who dropping the links, and sometimes you ain't even gotta drop them. But it is good from what they said for the replay people. Yeah. My scalp hurt. Don't encourage the madness. It's too early for that. It's too early. I ain't even had my first cup of, second cup of coffee yet. Don't encourage it yet. Don't encourage it yet. But nah, seriously though, when it's sad that some of y'all don't know your worth. And I'm speaking on both angles again. Some of you men don't know your worth, and some of you women don't know your worth. For some of you women, um, again, you shouldn't have to sacrifice who you are for anything. You can make compromises, you can make certain changes with the significant other, but again, you shouldn't sacrifice who you are. You shouldn't sacrifice your mental health. You shouldn't sacrifice your inner peace. And it's the same thing with the brothers. Y'all can't allow that to happen. The minute you start feeling toxic clouds around you, get the hell away from it. It should never be we both sitting in a county jail or wherever we at, because again, mostly every state now it has been on it like that. Any DV, guess what? Both of y'all going to jail. We shouldn't be sitting up in no damn county jail or sitting anywhere because either one of us got violent with each other. You're not supposed to lose yourself and compromise yourself and sacrifice yourself to that degree. Time for people to really start taking a stand on things, but then this is where again things go wrong, because we can have different views and opinions on things, but that don't necessarily mean we got to go at heads. Now, I'm only speaking on this level right now because again, I'm tired of seeing certain things on that level. Young men and women fighting each other, or the grown men fighting, or grown men and women fighting each other. This is becoming a problem, a dangerous problem. Because again, look how many people got lost in the source because of domestic violence and everything else that was around it. You got to think before you do things. And again, if you feel you're in a situation or a tight spot to where you feel it, gotta go. And I would say again to some of you women that have been battered or been victims of it, spread the word out to those who need to hear it. You know, love don't cost a black eye, broken rib, busted face, busted scalp, or even fatality. That's not love. That's vengeance. That's obsession. And that's just sheer hate. Because for you to even get to that level, you would have had to have that festering you for long. Or you probably butt bone crazy. But again, that should never be the first thing. Ladies, the minute you get hit the first time around, leave. Because no real man is going to hit you or put his hands on you like that. Same thing with you men. The minute you get slapped, the minute you catch a black eye or something like that, get the hell away from the situation before it gets crazy. You know, and this is the problem again. You know, nobody is understanding that this is not the way of life. This is not the way it's supposed to work. You know, but this is what I'm saying. You know what it is though? Right there, Keith. Guess what? Some should be able to think, but they don't. Because again, when some people have been put in this predicament way too many times, they tend to go with that. Like I said, the woman that was trying to mess with me back in the day, you probably would have had son. I probably wouldn't have even met the one I just got this 16-year with. I wouldn't have even met her if I would have just sat there and just accepted and settled for things. Nah, sometimes in life you can't settle for things. Can't just settle for anything. That's on both angles, men and women. I don't care how old you get, there's some things you just can't settle for. I'm not going to settle for somebody that's used to abuse or used to the arguments or used to this. Nah, I'm not going to do that. Because I've been through enough arguments in 16 years to know, some things just leave it be. Let cooler heads prevail. There was times I was mad about things, even if it didn't have nothing to do with her. She knew to leave me alone, and I knew the same thing. Leave you alone for a bit, let you calm down. Then we be able to come together, we'll talk. But see, some people again don't allow that. And this is where you get some of the violence. Ladies, it is critical that some of y'all, again, leave a brother alone when he already mad, especially if you did something to trigger him in the first place, and vice versa. Some of you men will leave these women alone. Let them go on about their business. Stop stressing them out. You'll keep the stress factors low and you'll keep yourselves healthier if you eliminate some of the stress. Yeah, the world is already stressful enough. You're dealing with enough. And the one thing I'm going to say before I jump off this topic, if there's already kids involved, as far as y'all dating or being together on that level, they should never have to see that or feel that pain. And they definitely shouldn't have to worry about losing either or parent. I am going to say that part. Because this is why we getting some of the things in the world now. Broken homes, confused youth. Name it, we going through it. See, I don't want to hear a brother like me talk some shit. You really don't. I see it. But guess what? I could care less about what people feel, what they think about that situation. I'm still going to do what's necessary. Standing on my ground like I'm supposed to, like real men are supposed to. And I'm only speaking that to those who have been, you know, they've been peasants, they've been fake nuisances. You care less. Still going to bring this work like I said I was going to do. Because at some point, a conversation will resonate with your slow asses. Now, on a brighter note, so apparently, I had a troll come in here, what, about a month ago? While I had already entered the live stream. But before I fully even logged out, I said, let me check something. And you came in the chat trying to put racial slurs in there, like I wasn't going to block you out of a chat. But then the sad part about this fuck face, you try to follow all the chats to a degree. Or you been down there, everybody chat, and you doing the same dumb shit. Now, one thing I'm not going to tolerate, don't come into somebody else's chat. I don't give a fuck where I'm at. Don't come to somebody chatting. You don't address the host. You don't address nobody. You just try to come to me. Nigga, I don't know you like that. What the fuck is wrong with you? I don't know you like that. And don't come in there with the disrespect. First of all, I already got the background on you. I already know, number one, you're a porn bomber. You're definitely a racist. And I know you half slow and half retarded. So we ain't even going to go there. One thing I'm going to say about some of you, and this is what I've been seeing on this app, some of you motherfuckers is that damn miserable. And that damn slow and retarded. And I hate to use that word, because I know what most people would represent that as. But I would have to represent this motherfucker as a definite the. Because what the fuck is wrong with you? How do you go into a chat and you go try to come for me? I don't know you, nigga. See, I was going to ask some questions, but I refuse to ask it because I'm not going to get a direct answer anyway. And besides, if you got to come again under a whole fake page on any level, even using a female's name, I could tell it's definitely something wrong with your ass. Like, a lot of y'all are too fucking safe and too comfortable behind that damn computer screen. But guess what? If something was to happen and the damn half the internet was gone, I bet you I could still live my life and not worry about shit. And you motherfuckers would kill yourselves. You wanna know why? Because again, when your life is miserable and you showing signs that your life is miserable, you do shit like this. Come on now. The sad part about it is that half of the shit y'all say, do, you don't even believe in it. And if you did, guess what? You ain't gonna say it outside for real. Because you know 9 out of 10 somebody gonna knock your whole block off. Mel, what's going on, baby? So I'm gonna make this quite clear to any and every fucking troll that think they was fucking with me. Sorry to say it this way. At least the main ones that I know have been assholes. Wherever I'm wrenched up at or wherever I'm at, if I feel something, even if I'm not in the chat, the minute I see names, snipe, 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 we gonna snipe, snipe, and then we gonna get the baby bibs and the wipes, because this is what you motherfuckers need and want. Y'all wanna act like immature bitches. Sorry to say it. You wanna act like immature bitches instead of acting like grown ass men and women on this fucking app. The one that called me a punk ass the other day, only punk is the one that came in here with a whole damn fake account. When you could talk to me in your actual account, then we have something to talk about. See, like I said, I refuse to go back and forth with anybody, and I ain't even go back and forth with you. I just sniped you out the chat because I already know your info. But I'm gonna tell you, I see you around again. You keep fucking around, my nigga. You ain't gonna be on this app long either. And this ain't no threat. This ain't even a promise. I just know something is going to happen to you because, see, people like you meet your downfalls. You do. And see, when you meet your downfalls, I'm going to have the first class seats for all that. See, some of us are good with or without this shit. Some of y'all are not. And we see this again every day. Some of y'all have issues with people. Some of y'all refuse to be real about your issues and come to the table like grown men and women are supposed to. If you got a disagreement with something I said or did, or if I did something to you already, be real about it. Stop being a bitch. Sorry. I hate to even say that word, but guess what? This is a prime example of what I be talking about. It's like, what was you taught? What did you learn? And the things you need to unlearn. Because again, some of y'all are gonna meet your disasters one way or another. If it's not on here, it's gonna be in real time. There's some of you that think that things can't happen because you are talking crazy and even getting crazy or saying the craziest things behind a keyboard. But in the same token, you fail to realize at some point you're gonna get what you get. Now, the one thing I'm gonna say, don't get it twisted. I love the fuck out this app because I've met some great people. Still building here. Met some great people. Building and still building. But what I hate about this app is, again, y'all picking and choosing who the fuck with on here. How you doing? You picking and choosing who the fuck with on here. And I'm even speaking to these higher ups because I looked at some channels that got great content. Whether they got 1,000 subs, 100,000, don't matter. I've watched a lot of channels recently get demonetized. Even the biggest channels that got 1 million followers had just got demonetized recently. So how is it that y'all want people to come here, build, grow, and do all this extra stuff, right? Right? Let me know when I said something wrong. But then the same token, again, we bring this back up. You're allowing all the wrong fuck shit to keep continuing. And all the fuck shit is still monetized. Make it make sense. You already know Miss T, baby. Oh yeah, Miss T, I need that laptop, baby. See, it's not even just going on panels. If you're going in a chat to support somebody, even if you don't hit the panel, you shouldn't have to worry about nobody running behind you, stalking you, or anything. That's both men and women. I keep telling y'all niggas, when y'all do shit like that, shit makes you look weird. And that is a fucking crime at the end of the day. I don't give a fuck. It's still a crime when you sitting here running back and forth behind people that doesn't worry about you, don't bother you, none of that shit. Make it make sense. Susanna, what's going on, baby? See, again, nobody want to hear truth when it comes, from the quote unquote hood nigga. Nah, you want to hear it today because I honestly care less. There's no way you're gonna tell me that there's this much you're gonna allow on the app. And everybody that's really doing something that's constructive, that's worth it, that's even beneficial to whatever, you got a problem with. We can't say or do certain things on here. As far as us being real content creators, we can't say, do, or even use certain things on here, even down to music. But everybody else is entitled to do some peanut butter and jelly BS. Make it make sense. Seriously. And I'm quite sure that person I'm talking about too is in the shadows watching like always. I'm going to tell y'all this because, to be quite honest with you, half of you motherfuckers that think you really doing some trolling, y'all don't know me from a hole in the wall. And I guarantee you that half of the shit you think you're doing, you won't be doing face to face or on anybody else's face, for that matter. Because if you was to spew some of the stuff you spew and say the shit you say, there's a possibility you could get your head knocked off or catch a fatality. And again, it's just common knowledge and common sense. And some of y'all are not using common sense. You're just using bogusness and nonsense. Now, again, I'm going to say this to anybody I feel is going to take it that way. Take it how you want to take it. You got an issue of any sort, and you not coming to me like a grown man, we don't have nothing to speak about. I would kindly ask you to keep your dumb asses out the chat before I really start finding IP addresses on your asses, and that'll be the end of that. Because I ain't going to expose your address. I'm just going to expose your name so we know who to go by. That's it. And don't think to follow me anywhere and think that I'm not going to come at the scout piece. Sorry. You got the right one. Because if you think somebody's supposed to be running, I don't even run in these streets. The only thing I run for, if anything, might be the train. I don't run from nobody nor anything. Let that be known. Brooklyn niggas stand up for real. You motherfuckers is weird on this piece of shit ass app. You want to say it like that today? Weird on this app. But I feel some of y'all are going to get what's coming to you. Some of you definitely going to get hurt, especially when you do get exposed. But I go back to something that I was saying, and I meant it, because I'm going to continue to say that until even the higher ups get the message. Ladies, what's going on, baby? There's no way you want to tell people to come here and be content creators, but we can't create content in peace without the peanut butter and jelly bullshit. We can't go support people, share people, none of that because of the bullshit. Niggas be too in they fucking feelings, just like chicks being too in they fucking feelings. What the hell is wrong with all of y'all? Y'all ain't get enough breast milk. Y'all ain't get enough hugs and love. I know what it is with some of y'all. And some of y'all not getting laid, some of y'all not getting paid, and some of y'all not getting both. If that's a problem in your life, this app ain't gonna help you. Hey, grow up and get a life. Nah, Chev, I'm dead serious, man. Because you really got to sit down and break this down. Now, again, we got to separate good trolls from bad trolls. I've seen some good and funny ass trolls, especially when they ain't really disturbing anything. And I've seen some of them in chats even doing the same thing, not disturbing nothing, but just, doing something of the cool, calm collective, like, okay, cool, it's all right, leave them be. And sometimes they do say things that do bring up into a conversation already. D-Truth, what's going on, my guy? But then you got those who do the opposite. You making it a habit on stalking, following, making accounts, trying to use people's likenesses just to try to do whatever, just to try to get your little nut off. But that shit is corny, my nigga. And again, I don't care who trolling me. I wouldn't care if it was 1, if it was 20. I'm proving my point today that, again, all you motherfuckers need to figure out something in your life and stop worrying about other people. See, I can worry about the people because, again, I want to see my people rise on all angles. You might not want to see nothing happen, but I do. Like, y'all niggas is bugging the hell out. I never understood how some of y'all could, again, call yourselves even grown men and women when you're moving like 5-year-olds. You're moving like 8-year-olds. Let's keep it a buck, man. And see, even down to a disagreement, y'all don't know how to just leave shit alone. If I had a disagreement with you, I'm leaving it where it's at. I don't care about it. I'm not stressing it. I'm not revisiting none of that. Some of y'all be that hard up for love and attention on here that you will even go back to doing that. Well, I ain't got time for that. But I will make this clear again for that troll that followed me in a certain chat. Nigga, you better get your life. Because the next move, I'm going to end up having all your damn details, and I'm definitely going to fuck your world up. Sorry to tell you that. Because I'm not no internet nigga. I'm a nigga that's on the internet. I'm going to get this correct with you. Since you wanted to use the N-word before you can even do it, I'm going to stop you right there. I'm not no internet nigga. I'm a nigga on the internet. And if I feel a type of way about certain things, these hands will stretch further than God if I have to. Because again, some of y'all just doing the utmost, bro. You're not learning to accept things for what it is and move the hell on. And I would say if you already burned the bridge with somebody and they done sat there and left you alone and left you be, you should be doing the same thing. Can't be that fucking hard up for love and attention, because if you was, you would learn from that mistake that you made and move the fuck on again. And it's sad because some of y'all really doing the utmost until y'all get exposed. At some point, you're going to get exposed. It don't even got to be by me, but you will get exposed. Like, how did I know you was a porn bomber? And how did I know you do certain shit? Exactly. Like, this is the problem. Yeah, how you doing? See, some of y'all that think it's going to be a game, you're going to keep messing with people and certain people are going to accept it. But don't be surprised at some point when that person is actually at your door and they ready to give it up. Sorry to tell you that. Because there's some people who are really going to give it up sour. So again, think about your options on here. Think about what you're standing on and think about, changing something in your life, man. Ain't that hard to do. We all ain't going to be able to come together and agree on certain things, but let's agree to disagree and keep it pushing from there. Even if me and you can't see eye to eye, I don't have to wish hate or death on you or anything else. Just not going to do that. I would tell you, I hope God help you in your road and in your journey. May He bless you. And that's it. But see, the problem with some people, again, it's a narcissistic behavior. And I'm going to break that down at some point too. It's a narcissistic behavior. You can't accept shit for what it is. You can't just move the fuck forward. Another part of obsession. When you're obsessing and stressing over people that don't obsess and stress over you. I'm definitely going to break that down. Another part of obsession, like I was saying on the relationship tip, because that show done got enough for the day. I'm not going to go in eulogy time no more. I'm just going to start putting you niggas out there like I'm supposed to. That's it. Obsession in a relationship could lead to just that. Fatality, abuse, anything. What's going on, my guy? See, I'm starting to really not just figure and notice you people out, but I was right all along about what I've been saying. There's a majority of you who are just going to be stuck in your ways. Some of y'all going to be stuck in these patterns and behaviors. Oh, don't worry. You're going to get that breakdown, though. Don't worry. That breakdown going to come on a special day because I think I'm going to have to give a eulogy and I'm going to give a 3 for 1. And, don't get it twisted. You might have heard me curse and lash out, but you ain't never hear this. But then again, I'm smart enough not to do stuff where you fools will try to flag or even strike. So again, I'm not stupid. But I will let you know this though. All the good things you think is good things will come to an end. So if you think it's good to be a troll, a stalker, a harasser, anything along those lines, you'll find out like some of these people have found out in real time. When your ass is either sitting in court or you sitting somewhere in the box or you get beat up. So you got to understand that. This is no longer a thing now. Certain situations, they ain't going to be playing with y'all no more. And at some point, things are going to change for the better. Because again, ain't nobody playing with none of y'all. If you got an issue with somebody, if you done took care of the issue, if you done got rid of the issue, then guess what? Move forward. Stop being so obsessed. I could have swore I said this the other day, but I'm going to say it again. The wrong type of obsessions will kill you. Even down to that part of trolling, the wrong obsessions will kill you. And that's not a threat on anything. That's just reality. It's just a stern reality that you need to understand. Some things in life are better off left alone. But when you keep picking and you keep trying to poke, at some point, you're going to get what's coming to you. And when that wrath is unleashed, you can't get mad about it. And you definitely can't play victim. I'm telling you this right now. Some of y'all definitely playing in the dangerous zone where you're gonna get yourself hurt. For what? Come on, son. It's like your 12th coffee today, son. Nah, I ain't, bro. You know why they waste time again, Keith? Because these people be miserable, sad pieces of shit. I'm sorry to say it that way, but they do. They don't got no love on the outside, so they expect to come on here and get love on the inside. And when they don't get the love they think they should get, that's when they go to the troll. That's when they go to the tactics. That's when they go to the peanut butter and jelly BS. But again, I show no sign of stress because what I said the other day, my stresses don't come from the internet. My stresses come from real life. And I'm not going to hold y'all. I mostly want to talk some of this stuff this morning. I could revisit all of this shit tonight. But for right now, I'm going to go check on my grandmother to make sure everything is everything. I'm going to do what a real grandson is supposed to do, even on a level. And I ain't good to sleep since I've been home. And I've been home since 5 in the morning. But I had a few things I was going to throw in this morning, but I think I'm going to add that to the conversation somewhat tonight. And I'm going to do that kind of early. The panel's going to be open. You know, again, some of these people are going to do what they do because they ain't got nothing else to do. If you don't got no job, if you ain't got nothing outside of just this app, this is their life. And it is a weak move, but again, they don't think it's weak. Oh, we making them upset. Oh, we probably scaring them off the app. We stressing them out. You can't stress me out, nigga. Fuck out of here. You can never stress me out. Not when I deal with real life stress off of an app, nigga. So I'm gonna need y'all to try to get back to your drawing boards and figure something else out. And if you can't figure something else out, the best thing I could tell you is just drop dead. Because at some point, that's exactly what's gonna happen to a lot of you. You're gonna drop dead like flies on this fucking app. And I do feel at some point, maybe, just maybe, the higher ups actually hear something and take heed to what the fuck is being said. If a motherfucker is not bringing nothing to this app the way it's supposed to be bought, if it's not something that's really organic, so on and so forth, why are they allowed to be on here with multiple accounts? Like I said, I'm definitely going to revisit some of this tonight. Because at some point, if nobody else going to break y'all niggas down, I will. And I don't got to get violent. I don't got to get stupid. I don't got to do none of the things that you think I need to do to get you the fuck up out of here. But I will get you the fuck up out of here. Just know that part. And again, it's sad because some of y'all could be actually beneficial to something, but you won't apply yourself to nothing. You sit on a laptop from sun up to sundown. And some of y'all might have jobs, but again, you don't have nothing else outside of working YouTube. So what do you do? Do you go out and socialize with the people? Do you do like I'm doing right now? I'm outside. People know me. Yo, what up? Even when I'm across town, uptown, wherever. I got love half damn near everywhere I go. Y'all can't do that. Your only love and everything else comes from off here. Tamika, what's going on, baby? Like I said, I'm gonna definitely break this down later. But I will say this though. To that troll Green Goblin, my nigga, you don't know me from a hole in the wall, and I would expect you not to even think to be elsewhere anywhere I think I should be or could be. And you come in with disrespect, fucking up somebody else's channel. No, not even fucking up the channel. Coming in there being rude and disrespectful. The minute I see you, I'm sniping. You come back here, you already blocked. I don't care. This is the problem with people like you, Mr. Porn Bomber. You need to chill the fuck out. I'm gonna tell all y'all, even you porn bombers, half of y'all gotta be in the damn closet if you're a whole man and you're doing stuff like that. Yeah, gotta be in the closet or something. I'm gonna just leave it like that. Cause I'm gonna break the rest of this down later. I ain't got time to be having my morning filled of trying to break down people that don't need to be broken down at all. They already broken. They just showing even more that they're going to be even more broken. Because until they find something to really put something in their life, because this don't help them, this ain't really helping them at all. This just helping them get by. Until they find something that actually gives them light and give them hope, hey, they're going to be stuck in that dumb mode. But I don't argue with idiots or dummies, and I definitely don't argue with people that can't face me one on one. And that's anybody. Sorry, that's just me. I don't got to sucker punch you, do none of that shit. I don't got to run behind nothing. Never did, never will. What's going on, God? But you people got to do that. That's why you make those accounts. No, not in here, serious. I was in another chat this morning, and this person that came in here before, towards the end of my live, was in that chat and didn't respect the host, didn't respect the chat. You came to me. So now I'm going to break you down too. What the hell are you smoking that you feel you can go on somebody's page, go on somebody's thing, and you don't respect nobody's shit? So nobody's respecting your shit. You know what I'm saying? It's time for some of y'all to really grow the fuck up and stop using this app like this is your fucking shield. Because when you get in the real world and when you get around people that really ain't playing with you, you're going to fucking suffer. The problem with some of y'all. Like, what school do y'all go to? What remedial school did y'all go to that y'all don't know how to just stop being obsessed and stop being depressed? See, that's another reason why. I'm going to break that down tonight, definitely. Niggas be depressed on it. That's why they do the shit on here to try to stress people out. But you can't stress me out. Not when I deal with actual stress. Because when I close this app, I don't worry about shit. But y'all seem to worry about shit. So, like I told y'all, misery, you don't want me as company. Trust me, you'll give me back. You will end up giving me back. No, take him. He too much. He too much. Oh, you know that. Oh, look, we all know that. We all know that. But it really is sad when you got time to make these many accounts and you ain't trying to take account of what's going on in your life. It's time to wisen up and grow up. Because guess what? Not everybody you play with on this internet is going to be playful. Not everybody on this internet you come across is going to take things lying down. And when it's all said and done, when this internet decides to crash or do anything else, half of us could go back to living what we was doing because we have a balance. But you people are unbalanced. And it's time for y'all to wake up and get yourselves right before one of y'all end up going good night. And that's real rap right there. For those who ain't following me on Twitch, make sure y'all download that app and follow your boy. I could be bringing something definitely later this afternoon. We're going to have some chill out. We're going to have some chill out, some peace. And then I could be bringing this open panel early tonight. And I appreciate you all for dropping them links. I appreciate you, Sirius and Letitia. I see y'all was in here working and grinding. You know, and again, one thing I'm not going to tolerate is quote unquote grown men or women or even both trying to be foolish. It's not going to happen. Not with me anyway. Grow up. Get your shit right. Get your shit tight. Because if you thought you wanted company, this ain't the company you want. You can take that for how you want to take it. We could do this the easy way, or we could do this the hard way. Either which way, I'm going to knock your head into a parkway. So get yourselves together and straighten up. Go find somebody who's actually for the bullshit. Go find somebody weak-minded, because this ain't no weak-minded nigga over here. And again, I'm going to make this clear to you and anybody else that thinks to be stupid. I ain't no internet nigga. I'm a nigga that's on the internet. Remember that part. With all due respect, let me start getting myself together. Go check on the G moms, make sure she good, and definitely keep her in prayers for those who already know what the situation is. Keep her in prayers. You know, see what's going on. Um, Always a pleasure and a blessing to come bring y'all something. And again, I'll be bringing y'all something. Oh, I'm on triple play mode today, so make sure y'all downloading that Twitch and make sure you follow your boy. No interruptions, no nothing. And I'll definitely set this reminder for tonight. If y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay game. Shout out to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. You know what it is, baby. For everybody that was in attendance today, y'all already know that love is love and it'll be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I can do is give you real. That's all I'm going to do is give you real topics and real bills. I'll definitely see y'all later on. Y'all enjoy your mornings, your afternoons, and your evenings. And I'll definitely see y'all later on. Could be back on the Twitch, give or take, by 5 o'clock, 5:30. So I'll see y'all over there at that time. Again, y'all stay safe. Keep that third eye open. And to the next live, out of here. Peace and blessings.